So tonight's game really proved a lot of things that us Dolphins fans truly need to realize. And the big reality of this situation is Tua just lacks a lot of abilities. Like we saw here tonight, Jaden Daniels up against the Lions. The reason why the Washington Commanders won tonight was a large portion because of Daniels' ability to become a dual threat quarterback. Running the RPO run pass option, just putting that pressure on the defense is really critical for a team's success. And that is what the Miami Dolphins lack with Tua. Outside of Tua's, you know, inability to stay healthy, those are concerns as it is. I just can't see the Dolphins putting enough around Tua to make it difficult on these great defenses for these great teams. When you look at great teams, the Lions defense was good for this year besides the injuries. But when you look at the Chiefs defense, Baltimore's defense, Buffalo's defense, they're all good. And the reason why these teams are good is they have elite quarterbacks outside of the defenses. So the problem with Tua is we're basically trying to mask his inability to run. Like we can't even run QB sneak. That's a major concern. But there's just so many concerns with Miami, and like just try to put more talent around Tua and try to mask the problem is not going to bring us long term success. We haven't won a playoff game in like such a long period of time. But tonight just proved why you really need a mobile elite quarterback, somebody that can really do it all. Because that's the reason why the Commanders won tonight. Jaden Daniels' ability to get it done simply on the ground, his ability to throw the ball in the air, his arm strength is such a pivotal factor, and that's a problem with the Dolphins. We want to try to say Tua, he's good. He's the best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino. Who else are we gonna bring in? Those are just problems, and I understand there's not somebody that we could bring in right now, but when we can understand the problem that Tua is not a long term answer, that will help alleviate a little bit of the pain, and will help us focus on building a structure where we can get draft picks, we can move forward in a positive light. And that's what the Dolphins need to simply do. You don't want to just be a delusional fan saying, just bring in more talent, get a better offensive line, just get more weapons. We tried to do that by bringing in Tyreek Hill, bringing in all these stars, Chubb, Troy Armstead, Jalen Ramsey, all these different guys, and it's proving not to be enough. And on top of this game here tonight, the Commanders, no Igbenogany. The Dolphins just let him go, and they traded him to the Cowboys, but they gave up on him, and now you see he's playing pivotal moments for the Commanders. It's very disappointing as a Dolphins fan to truly see this. There's just a lot of thoughts going into this, and I'm really disappointed by what the Dolphins are doing. But this game really brought a lot of light to me. It makes me understand that the Dolphins really need to go in another direction. Tua is not the long term issue, and there's just too many concerns. We have the injuries, inability to stay healthy, and then you really look at all the talent that's around him. Look at Jaden Daniels here tonight. He didn't have that much talent around him. Zach Ertz, Scary Terry, De'Ami Brown, I believe. The offensive line was good. Brian Robinson's also pretty good. But this defense played pretty well for the Commanders, because the Lions have the number one offense in the league, and it's not like they shut them down, but they created pivotal stops. And Dolphins fans need to realize the problem that we can't really see. A lot of Dolphins fans are delusional. They just want to say, they're basically Tua-neers. They're Tua fans. They'll always root on their guy, and they'll blame the offensive line when things don't work out. Blame the receivers drops. Tyreek Hill was actually amazing this year. I hope the Dolphins trade him, move in a different direction, build those draft picks, because that's really the only way we can move forward. Because you need that ability to be able to run the ball, basically be a mobile quarterback if you want to have long-term success in the league.